In the valley of dry bones, the prophet Ezekiel stood in the midst of death and desolation. Bones scattered across the valley, lifeless and forgotten. Then the voice of God thundered, commanding Ezekiel to prophesy over these bones. "Can these bones live?" God asked. In human understanding, the answer would be a hopeless no. But with God, the impossible becomes possible. As Ezekiel obeyed and spoke God's words, the bones rattled, came together, and flesh covered them. Then, as the breath of life was commanded, they stood, a vast army fully alive. This was not just a vision. It was a demonstration that even what seems beyond hope can be resurrected by the power of God. Imagine standing in that valley yourself. Picture the dryness, the silence, the overwhelming presence of death. That valley represents more than just a vision. It symbolizes situations in life that appear beyond repair. Perhaps you have felt like those bones, lifeless, forgotten, abandoned, and without hope. Maybe your business has failed, your marriage is crumbling, your health is deteriorating, or your faith feels dry and empty. But let this message remind you, God specializes in bringing life where there is none. He is not limited by human impossibility. He asks you today, just as he asked Ezekiel, "Can these bones live?" Your answer should be one of faith. "Lord, you alone know." Jesus also performed an undeniable miracle of resurrection when he raised Lazarus from the dead. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days, long enough for his body to begin decaying. When Jesus arrived, Lazarus' sisters were grieving. They believed Jesus was too late. How many times have we thought the same? How often do we feel like time has run out, like all hope is lost? But Jesus, in his divine authority, stood before the tomb and commanded, "Lazarus, come forth." Instantly, death lost its grip. A man wrapped in grave clothes walked out, alive again. What was considered hopeless had been reversed by the power of Christ. This proves that God is never late. He is always on time to bring life where there is death. Think about your own life. What situation feels like it has been buried for 4 days? What has started to decay in your life? Maybe it's a broken relationship, a lost opportunity, or a dream you gave up on. Perhaps it's a business that once thrived but is now struggling to survive. Whatever it is, do not accept defeat. Do not believe the enemy's lie that it is over. If Jesus could call Lazarus from the grave, he can call your dreams, your finances, your health, and your joy back to life. The same voice that said, "Lazarus, come forth," is speaking to you today, commanding life into what you thought was dead. Now, apply this to your situation. Maybe your business has crumbled. Maybe your finances are dried up like the bones in the valley. Maybe your dreams seem buried like Lazarus in the tomb. But hear this: when God speaks, life must return. That which was considered dead shall live again. Speak life over your situation. Call forth what seems lost. Prophesy as Ezekiel did. Stand firm as Jesus did before the tomb. No matter how bad things look, resurrection power is real. Your business, your finances, your dreams, they will rise again. God is not finished with you yet. Remember, before the bones in the valley came to life, Ezekiel had to speak. God did not act until Ezekiel obeyed his command to prophesy. The power to change your situation is in your mouth. Speak life, not death. Declare restoration, not defeat. Say, my business will flourish again. My health will be restored. My joy will return. Your words carry power. Faith them with faith and watch as God moves on your behalf. This is your call to action. Do not give up. Declare life over your circumstances. Believe in the power of resurrection. If Ezekiel's valley of bones could rise, if Lazarus could walk out of his tomb, then your situation can also be restored. God is waiting for you to have faith and speak life into your circumstances. Trust in Him, take action, and watch as He breathes new life into everything that seemed lost. Your resurrection is coming. Believe it, receive it, and walk into your victory.